Still new to this. Let me see how to share this. Okay, so I just now tweeted it live, so I think it's live. Oh man. So I kind of like fucked up in the middle of trying to defend somebody by putting like kind of a really shitty sentence. So if anyone wants to talk about that, been trying to get this person to talk to me about this, but they are refusing to do so and like are screen capping my tweets, which that is just beyond. It's one of my fucking pet peeves. And I don't know if they know or maybe they do. I don't know. So I'm like also trying to get them to do this or like Skype or DM because this is like getting out of control. Like it's fucking dumb. I just for right now I'm basically talking to myself. And then I think the other thing too that bothers me while I'm talking to myself is that there was somebody else that was like like they came to talk to me about what was going on and then they asked me like 20 fucking questions and then I mean they already know this but unfortunately now they blocked me. I'm like you're kind of coming off as condescending and they really were. I'm really at a loss for words about this entire fucking situation because it all started from honestly somebody else showing me a screen cap of this one person. I don't want to mention their name. I don't want to be an asshole. That asshole. And saying, they're talking shit about this one other person once again. And it's always the same group of three people that for some reason they have such a fucking hard on for this one person who's honestly like one of the I mean, I get if people are like talking shit about me because I know I can be like an uber asshole and I do like well not shitty things, just assholey things. So that's what went on. And so I'm just really confused. So if anyone wants to join in on this chat, feel free because right now I'm just like talking to myself and 0 0 hurts. Well, not hurts, it just sucks. But and I did just because I get like so fucking pissed. Like I get so livid. Sometimes I don't think before I tweet. Max, it's okay. That's my dog Max. Uh Sometimes I don't think before I tweet and I've been trying really 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 to work on this. But sometimes like and I'll tell people like it's not an excuse. I do fuck up a lot. Um Not as much as I used to. I think I have grown a little bit. Maybe I maybe not. I don't know. Um, but just sometimes I just get so fucking pissed. Like I think that's like one of my hugest weaknesses is that I just get so fucking pissed and then I just like blurt things out or I type things out and it's like whatever. Because this one tweet that I put it put it. That's good. Great English. That I put out there was so certain people who have me blocked. This is like before this happened. Are jealous over certain folks, which is I just talking about the nice person having a podcast, and really it was like a really shitty thing, and I like they have me blocked, so I really can't see their tweets. I mean, I know there's other ways. I mean, everybody knows there's other ways of unseeing like block tweets, whatever. Who cares? But it's just it's like fucking 5 steps, and I'm like, as you can see, I'm not doing anything because I just my last dog um just left for today, and I might be getting one tomorrow, I think. So I'm not doing anything right now except chatting to myself online. Um, but anyway, before I get distracted, this is what I'm talking about with certain subsections in a particular fandom and juvenile behavior, and then here's where I got in trouble. And they unfortunately have kids. Yeah, it's shitty. But like, I mean, kind of not defending it at all. But what I mean is like you're you're doing this shit and but you're a fucking parent, right? So I mean, shouldn't you have other things to do, like, I don't know, like taking care of your kids and not worrying about if somebody that you don't like has a podcast that you necessarily don't agree with? That's what I actually meant, but I just put it out there fucking blunt. Not it not I don't want it to be like an excuse or anything. But that's what I mean. So, um yeah. Or maybe I'll eventually stop talking or stop talking permanently for this and then just save it and be like, just delete it. I don't know. I feel like that girl in fucking 8th grade, you know that movie? That just it's really good by Bo Burnham, and she does this shit too where like uh nobody watches her shit. Same thing with mine. So I'm that girl grown up. Awesome. Um but it just sorry, I was thinking about something. It just really fucking sucks. And then this one other person came into my fucking DMs and asking me like 20 fucking questions. I'm like, I'm honestly fucking stressed out about this. Like, I don't want to cry on camera. And that's what's happening right now. I just think about other things. But and then like and I mean it's already in the DM and I already asked him, I'm like, you're kinda, and it really did, condescending, and then they're just like blowing off my fucking feelings about what's going on. I don't know. And at the time that they did follow me, and then I'm trying to explain myself, like I'm being honest and truthful. I have nothing to lie or to hide. I'm not like fucking fuckhead in the office where he doesn't want to release anything and anything. Like if you ask me, I will show you every fucking thing. Unfortunately, like some of the things that I was talking about, I don't have like screen caps, so I do get where they're coming from, where it's like you have to take my word, but they don't know me, unfortunately, and they're going to school for some shit, like the shit that they're sensitive about. And then I didn't realize that they're like 20. So, and I'm like 31, dude. You got like 11 years to learn that shit is just fucked, and it doesn't. And I know I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this, but it's like regardless if they have like a mental disability, like regardless, there's an asshole in every group of people, including unfortunately people with autism. And I was saying to them that some people lie about that shit just to get attention. It happens all the time. I mean, I've unfortunately by certain people was called out on my shit, like my military service and my I technically I get disability checks because of, and I'm not, I'm not going to shy away from it. I just don't really talk about it, like PTSD and stuff. um and they called me a fucking liar, and then like they're like, well, I'm like, no, this literally fucking happened. Unfortunately, I don't have the screen caps of said conversation, and that's what I fucking hate. It's like you're guilty until proven innocent. Oh my god, my hair is just looking like fucking Professor Egon from Ghostbusters. But it's just so frustrating that I'm like basically revealing my entire fucking soul to this person, and then like I'm trying to explain myself and they're like, "Well, you need to understand better." And that's fucked because like I talk to people who have like family members or they themselves have like, disabilities. Hello. Um and well, why are you on my channel, friend? I I'm expressing myself, so I curse all the time. So I should maybe put a warning. I don't know. So if if you don't like it, leave. I didn't I don't know. Now I'm fucking pissed. um but oh, where was I? What? Wait, how old are you? Are you like 15? Are you 16? Are you grown? Like over 18? Oh lord. Oh dear. I dude, oh, dude, uh, sorry, I was like lost in train of thought. This is my channel, so I should have put in like a description or something. Do I believe in God? I don't believe in a singular God, but I'm not atheist. I'm pagan, so if that's a problem, you're not you're not gonna get far with that. I've been a pagan since I was 13 years old. I served in the military as a pagan. That was fun, especially when you have people saying, "Oh, you need to believe in Jesus Christ," or they force you to go to church. That was fun and basic, which, by the way, is illegal. So yeah. Oh yeah, that's say hi, Max. That's Mr. Max. He's Mad Max. Um. So where was I in the before? Well, just curious. What are you? No. Yep, that's a husky. He's a Siberian husky. But this person that I was talking to, um, yeah, he has sorry, I'm like going between two different things. He has light blue eyes. Let's see if you can see him. He's saying hi. He has like his eyes are so blue that they're white. He's one of those huskies. He's a red and white husky. Even though his fur is turning darker because he's getting older. He's almost 6. He's my buddy. Uh, Technically, he's my brother's dog. Yeah, he's adorable. I think he's the laziest husky though, because a lot of people will tell you, and if you have a husky, they're not high maintenance by any means. Well, you have to brush them all the time, but they're high energy. If you know what I mean, like they run around a lot. They're just crazy. But when he was younger, he was like that, but now he's getting older and he's like, eh. I am still angry, not at you. Just about this is what this video is about. Is just like people not believing others. When you're pouring your that's where I got lost on the lost in track. I was like talking to somebody on a DM and they kept being really super condescending, and that really there's no other word for this, pissed me off. And it's not cool, and I'm part you probably don't know, I'm part of this one fandom, and it's always like this great divide, and it sucks because if the guy knew, I mean the guy he doesn't really use social media anymore because of this. I mean, not because of us, but because, people like bullying and others. But that's what I was getting at before. I was trying to tell him that I do talk to people who have like, either they have like autism or like other mental disabilities or anything. You know what I mean? Like, that, and I try to get a better understanding of where they're coming from. Shit, you can call me anything you want. I know I have short hair and I kind of look like a dude, but technically I'm a girl. You can call me anything you want, though. My name's Rose, anyway. Uh, um, but I try to. Okay, that's cool. um, but when you're trying to talk to people, and they don't believe you, even though you're telling the truth. Like, I have no reason to lie. I don't benefit from it. I don't like lying. Like, ask anyone. I'm the world's worst liar. Like, I start doing certain things, like laughing and shit. Unless it's nervous laughter, that's different. Like, when certain things make me uncomfortable, then I start laughing. Uh-oh. Yeah, life is too short for that, but unfortunately, sometimes people just make you lose your patience. Um, and you learn when you get older. Unfortunately, you're gonna learn this. When you get to be an adult, especially after 21, you're gonna meet a lot of great people. Don't get me wrong, but you're gonna meet a lot of like really crappy people, and they're gonna really test your patience. Unfortunately, both ends are gonna change you as a person. So, hopefully not for the worst, because I try try to be a better person. But sometimes we're all human. We all lose our way sometimes. Sometimes it's not in the best way, which is what was happening here. Which is why this video is made. I said something really shitty, and there's no other word for this. And I know you don't like cussing, but it was really shitty what I said. But I wanted to explain it better, but sometimes when you explain like a really crappy yeah, my grandma says the same. um but sometimes when you say something shitty, like, my problem is I stick my foot in my mouth. So not as bad as some other people I know, but it can be bad. um I see somebody else join, but hello, other person. Maybe you'll leave, I don't know. But I'm trying really hard to be a better person, but sometimes I screw up a lot. And I do have eh, sometimes there's a difference between crappy and shitty. Shitty is worse than crappy, and what I did was really shitty. Um, I tried to be. I tried, but sometimes people call me out on and I try to learn and I try to readjust, like, what did I do wrong? Because sometimes I don't realize I do something wrong, and I don't want to make an excuse out of any bad behavior, but sometimes it's like, oh, that happened. But what angers me, there we go. What angers me is that I poured my heart out to this person, telling the truth, and all they wanted was like screen. And that's a problem with this culture right now. Like, internet culture is like everything needs to be screen cap. But unfortunately, when you're arguing with people, you don't think about screen capping. You go off of memory, you know. So that's what happened with this person. You know what, man? School sucks. You're regardless of people. I actually, for me in school, elementary school was way worse for me than, like, junior high and high school was actually a breeze for me. Elementary school was hell because if you can see right now, my teeth are straight. But when I was little, like, my teeth were like, it looked like an accident was happening in my mouth. So because of that, and there's going to be some words that are going to be thrown in, so don't get all shocked. But I was called retard. I was like called ugly. I was called like, oh, you suck. Oh my god, what is wrong with you? And then I thank my grandpa. He got me braces. So, and I was like picked on. I also went to special ed class for math, so that didn't help. So, hence the people calling you retard and everything. And I'm not going to say artard because, or R word, because it still says the same thing. I know some people highly disagree with that. We're going to just say the words that they used because we cannot sweep the shit under the. I know you're not getting paid attention to. So I don't sweep that. I don't sweep that under the rug. It needs to be talked about. Personally, I know a lot of people find the word, and I know I'm gonna get on for this. People are still gonna do it. The part of the reason why I do a lot, I say it a lot. Sometimes I don't even realize, and that maybe that's the case for them too, is because I also served in the military. So you're gonna curse. I know, buddy. He's talking too. He's saying hi. I think he wants to be fed, but he'll get fed in a little bit. But people are just gonna. You'll see. I mean, you're in school, so like middle school or high school. I don't know which. Uh, People are just gonna be crappy. You're gonna meet that, and then when you're an adult, you're gonna meet icky people too. I know he's singing the song of his people. But yeah. But yeah. He loves to talk. Um, but yeah, just ignore those people because sometimes, and this is being truthful, some of those people are not going to get ahead in life. Sometimes they're either going to end up in jail or they're going to end up like not doing anything. So don't worry about them people. You'll see where they will end up in life. Not good. Uh, but then you'll meet good people. Hopefully you have some friends that like defend you or whatever, or even if you have like small group of friends. Um, I still have a friend that is my best friend in the whole wide world, and that has been my friend since I was 13, so 18 years. That sucks, man. That's not fun. I got spit on in high school. Oh, I got spit on and hit on a bus one time in high school. The only words I will not say, or the one word I will not say, is the N word. And some girl thought I said the N word to her, and I never do. I don't touch that with a stick from a mile away. And she thought I said that, and I got slapped in the face, and it was like they considered it fighting, and I almost got suspended, even though I didn't hit back. I didn't do none of that. It sucks. Bullying sucks. And I got spit on one time, and going up the stairs from this girl. People are weird, man. I don't know what they're doing. I don't check on these people. Don't. When you get older, it's like, Um, it sucks. It's not cool. I don't know why people do that. It's like, life is hard enough. And then you got that going on in school, trying to learn and stuff. But is he still in your school or anything? Um, oh, that sucks. Did he get in trouble at all for that? I don't know if you live in the US or not. Did he get in trouble? Like, did he get suspended for that? Because that is figures. That sucks. Um, that's really terrible. I've never been like hit in the nose or anything like, but that's really suck. That really sucks that somebody did that to you. Um, yeah. What? Oh no, he's sitting on. Oh sure, that excuse, right? Oh, either it's we were going up the stairs, right, or we were playing sports. It always seems like a gym activity, doesn't it? Like it always. I don't know. It always. I never liked gym. Not for that, but I'm just lazy. I got straight A's though, but I told the teacher, I'm like, I'm walking, I ain't running. Don't do that, you'll get in trouble. But I didn't. But most schools, you'll get in trouble for that. Oh, did you, man? See, you're a much better person than I am because I would have been like, screw this guy. Like, hell no. That's like that. You're a good person, but that's unacceptable. If somebody's like punching and no, no. Is he still in your school? And oh, he graduated. Well, that's good. So he's now out of your life. So that's better. What? Oh, he's my dog's. My dog is depressed. What was I saying before? Oh, he's still in. Oh, sorry. I thought you were in high school or something. Sorry. When I was how old? I could always. When I was 14, I was already in high school. Like I was in ninth grade. I don't know what grade you are in, but because I got out of middle school at 13, and then went to high school at 14. Um, so that's my little bit of confusion. Oh man, I hope he still doesn't pick on you, because then, like, especially if you have like the same kid, picking on you in the same school, that's just it's not cool. Hopefully you have some friends or something, or even like anybody that just defends you. Like, hey, dude, what are you doing? Adults should be doing that, but you know how that goes. It's like we didn't see nothing. Or especially if you go to certain schools and some of them kids are bigger than the adults, and I'm like, we don't want to deal with that. I've seen that. It sucks. You see a lot of things. It's like, but trying to let me delete this. But trying to I was gonna write something, but it didn't seem like a good idea at the time. Trying to get somebody else to mitigate. Like, I hate saying the word middleman for this situation going on. Oh, what's going on? Chat went away. There it is. So he wow, that's confusing. So he felt bad for doing that for you. So is he gonna be is he gonna be like your friend now? I would have been surprised too. Be like, damn, this dude like picked on me for 3 years. I hope so for your sake, and it's not just all talk. And then you go back to high school, and then there he is like beating on you again. That's not because then he's a liar. I want to give people the benefit of the doubt, but you know how people go sometimes. I hate being so negative, but sometimes you just it's like or real. I don't know, but that's funny. Reading something else. Um, I'm just going back between here and Twitter. I mean, especially if he apologized to you, hopefully he doesn't go back to like bullying you. Hopefully he truly means it. Maybe like he is older, so maybe he's realizing, I can't be beating on people who are younger than me. I mean, he shouldn't be beating on anybody regardless of age, but I don't know. I've never experienced like that. I had a friend get shoved into a locker. It's like, but then he got. Oh, okay. Maybe he did mean it. I don't know. I don't know him or you obviously, so I don't know the entire situation. But hopefully it works out for you. Because you don't want. I don't know. I'm assuming you live here in the U.S. or maybe not. But if you maybe not, but maybe 4 years of high school, you don't want. Well, if he's a year older or whatever. Sorry. 3 years of hell. I have like a hair in my throat. Sucks. Oh, you live in Canada? Oh. I got like a hair stuck in my throat. It might be from the dog. Sorry, I'll be fine. Good thing I have water. I'm fine. It's just I think I had a dog hair. He sheds like if you want to own a husky, they shed 24/7. They do have 2 times a year they throw their fur, but he sheds all year. But sometimes like the end of spring and the end of fall, they just really throw their fur out. And it doesn't make any sense because fall is getting colder, but I think it's just to grow out the winter coat. I don't know. But anyway, that's why I'm sort of dying here. But I'm not allergic, it's just a literal hair was in my throat. Don't ask me how. um, oh, I bet. Yeah, if you're getting picked on yet like that, and then people wonder why. Oh, why did they not want to go to school anymore and this and that, and you got that going on. That sucks. I mean, I had shitty things going on in high school, but not like that. Elementary school was still the worst. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that. Mine passed away last year. I love my grandpa. He passed away last. How old was he? Mine was 91. He was an old dude. And, that's still a pretty good age. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. I don't know, is any of your grandparents still alive? My grandma's still alive. That was which that was unfortunately her husband. So, like, oh, uh, okay, yeah, I gotta visit her again. I mean, she only lives like 20 minutes away. Um, I should right now. Sorry, right now. I usually watch a lot of dogs, so that's what it's not an excuse because it's kind of crappy. I usually watch a lot of dogs. Well, I don't want to assume anything because I've actually met a Muhammad who was like an atheist. So I don't ever like to assume like people's stuff, because that's not what I'm about. You know what I'm saying? But that's cool. There was a couple of Muslims that served in the military with me. They were pretty cool guys. I like them a lot. They make really good desserts. You guys make really good desserts and teas. Uh, you you guys make really good teas. It's like so don't worry. I don't hate on people. It's not like where you see some people and it's like you need to go to therapy. If you know what I mean. Um, yeah, chai. Real like I've tried like how like if you go well you live in Canada so you got like Tim Hortons and stuff. Well, we got Tim Hortons in New York, upstate New York, sorry, by the border. But like Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks. Do you guys in Canada got Starbucks? I don't know. Um and you know how like you try their chai tea and it's sort of good, but it's not really good. I'm like, it kills me because you know what's the best and you can't get it anymore. I do like see, I don't like coffee, but I do like they're really sugary like caramel frops and stuff. Um and what like frappuccinos and whatever is going on with them or they're seasonals. Like I think they had the s'mores going on. That was really good. Um Sorry, the chat keeps blanking out, so that's why I keep like pausing. Oh, usually it comes back. I had because I served overseas. I was in Iraq, and the Iraqis had really good chai tea, and like the Kuwaitis. Just I swear, like anywhere in the Middle East, I mean, you'll get like really good chai. I've never been to Pakistan. My brother's been to Afghanistan. But I was in the military. I was in the army, so that's why I was in Iraq. I really didn't do anything, so I wasn't like fighting people or anything. I mostly worked, except for my first year. We ran. My second year, I ran like the LZ, which is landing zone, which is basically bringing helicopters to and from. But the first year, we only went out. If you show me it, sure. I can do that. I'm here. What kind of video is this? Is this a surprise? Actually, I'm on my computer, so I can actually just view it on another tab. So that's not a problem because the last time I did one of these videos, I was watching a live stream of the Tonys. So there's like a 3-hour video. You don't want to waste your life watching that. But I can totally view it on a computer, and I have speakers, so you can obviously hear it. Or I hope you can. I don't know. So throw me that link. Do I? Oh, see that this is how. Um, Here's another thing. Do you know the name of the video? I can like look it up. I'm pulling up another tab of YouTube right now, and I can look it up. No, no, no. No, it's not that I don't believe you. I'm still new to this whole like live streaming thing, so I'm like still figuring out things how they work. It's a poem. Oh, that's 11 minutes. Oh, I don't want to do 11 minutes. Is it 3 minutes? Keep pulling up. Well, I'm interested. Oh, see, that's 709. Let's see. Is it in English? Is there like English if not, if is there like English subtitles? No? Because I unfortunately don't know Arabic. So not even when I was overseas, which is kind of a shame, because you should, in order to talk to people, you should know, like, especially if you're in another country, you should know their language. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you should know their language. But I only knew the word for, I think, thank you, but I would mispronounce it, so it's like, um, ah, if there was like, so I can have a better understanding, because I really, and it's really sad. I only know one language, and that's problem with Americans is um I only know English. I have been trying to learn other languages. Like I've been trying to learn well, backstory. When I was in kindergarten, oh no, first grade, sorry, because I skipped kindergarten. Um I was in first grade. We had a lady that just came from Russia. At the time when it was still the USSR, she escaped it. And she taught us Russian. When I was like in first grade, I sort of knew Russian. I don't know it anymore. And then in junior high, uh, I learned Spanish and I actually won an award, but unfortunately, like, this is the story of my life. I was like really good at it, and then I forgot it because I went to high school and I dropped language, and I wish I didn't. And then in college, I tried learning German, and that didn't work out. So it's like that is really cool. I'm like really envious of you that you know 5, 6 languages. I only know one, barely know one. As you can hear. Um, Unfortunately, they problem with American education is they teach us too late. Like they teach you during junior high instead of like the prime age of like 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying? That's what they say. Like before the age of 10, that's when you should really learn a language. And like I'm like really jealous of people. Like a lot of my friends, especially a lot of my friends know Spanish and I don't know any. I try to learn it and I try to like pronounce it, but I think I mispronounce things and people are like, "What are you trying to say?" And I'm like, "Sorry." Um but that's really cool, man. It blanked out again, so the chat window blanked out. It's rude of YouTube. Hey, but you're still typing in English, so I mean that's better than anything I'm doing. All right. I'm curious. What are the other languages that you know and that you're still learning? Because that's. I mean, maybe it seems like I'm being sarcastic or anything. I hope I'm not, because that is really cool. Like I wish like even just one other language. I mean, I was doing like Duolingo for a while. That website. But I kind of like got lazy. I think that's my other issues, like get lazy and then I don't know. Just time flies. And you're like, "Ah, a year passed by since I did that." It's not good. It's not good. Uh-oh, come on. Come on, chat window. It blanked out again. It does this. Oh, come on. It was showing me. It was showing me what you're learning. Oh, that's really cool. I'm trying to think. No, I'm gonna be completely. Oh, you're learning French and Spanish. Okay, so those are Romance languages. So they're sort of similar to one another. Um, Even though French confuses the crap out of me. I'm like, oh my god, all these silent letters, even though I should be talking because English has silent letters too, as you well know. um, but that's really cool. We had a guy when I was in the military, and he knew this one dialect in Iraq, and nobody else knew it. And they unfortunately kicked out this guy because at the time when I was in, they had this thing called "Don't Ask, Don't Tell," and somebody figured out maybe he was gay or something. Even if they say you're gay or something, they could kick you out for that. I don't know if it was true or not. I don't know. I don't go into people's business, and he unfortunately got kicked out. I was really bummed about that. I was like, poor Adam. Um, but yeah, it's like, why would you do that? uh, but I should try learning Spanish again, just because like a few of my friends and like one of my guys that I really love know Spanish, even though I can't roll my R's. I cannot for the life of me roll my R's, and that's like a big deal in that language. Um, but I try, but it comes out like all gobbledygook. Like I can't. I'm trying, but it's like I don't know why I get all nervous. Like like, oh, you should say something, and I'm like, I'm gonna make a fool out of myself anyway. um, I blanked out again. What are you doing, YouTube? The chat. I wish I could show you, like, show. I don't know how to. I know there's some way to show the window of a laptop on this, I think, but as I said before, I don't know, because right now this, like, the chat window is like totally blank. It wanted to show me. Come on, YouTube. Maybe if I encourage YouTube to show me the chat window. You know, see, with I don't want to be disrespectful, but, like, that's one of the huge like, problems I have with a lot of religions, not just, Islam, but, like, Christianity, like, all the major ones, is like there's so many rules, and I'm like, but I don't know. There's just so many rules. You can't do this or that or eat this. You have to wear this, wear certain things, and I'm like, and this is just generalizing the whole Abrahamic. Mm, Maybe, but sometimes I think they, like, and this is just and this is like an overbroad thing with religion. It's like, but if just say any god, right? Just say the whole, like, Christian, Judaism, Islam thing. If God knows everything and He knows you're a good person, then I don't know. Sometimes I feel like some of the rules are overkill, and I feel like this is just me. This is just me saying this. This is not like anybody else's opinion. I feel like a lot of the rules came from, like, way back when they didn't know a lot, especially when it comes to food. Like, the food one really weirds me out, especially, with especially like Islam and Judaism, with the whole pork. You cannot have pork thing. I feel like a lot of these rules um were put into place because, with if you don't cook pork right, you get botulism, and that's a horrible way to die. If you want to read or Wikipedia that, it's um but yeah, you guys are really super strict, because I know some Jewish people that they still eat pork, even though they're not supposed to. But I know you guys. True story. When I was doing training over in California in Fort Irwin, we had a we had to serve, and it was specific. We had to serve turkey sausage, and it was really specific about this because I know you guys. Yeah, yeah, it's because of botulism with pork, and somebody screwed up, and good thing somebody asked, like, is this pork sausage? Nobody touched it, nobody ate it or anything, so that was the good part. So they asked if it was the pork sausage or the turkey sausage, and somebody got back to us. We were just serving food. We didn't really know. We were just going between serving people food, and they found out it was pork sausage, and a lot of, like, a lot of the people. This was like training, so we had, like, pretend prison. It wasn't real prison. Just to reiterate that, it was just an exercise of running a prison. Don't ask me why. It was weird. And these guys, they were hired like actors to pretend to be prisoners, and they as soon as they heard it was pork, well, they didn't touch it. That's why they asked before touching anything, and they threw a hunger strike, and I was like, and then we almost got in trouble, even though we didn't know. We were just serving what was given to be given to them, and I was like, oh my goodness. It was bad. I was like, oh. But what's funny is I don't really like too many pork products. I just don't like the taste. Like, I don't like bacon. which is like heresy, you know what I'm saying, in like America. And I don't like ham. Um so and the only thing I do like of pork is like pork tenderloins and really good ribs and pulled pork. But that's it. Like anything else, like ham, I don't know what it is. Ham and bacon just have. If they said, yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's like a lot of other animals eat a lot of different things. I mean, technically seafood too. You got to be careful with, especially if you're female or whatever. If you have a uterus, I don't know what the anymore. Um, yeah, but I used to be Catholic. Oh, I got distracted. Let me get with the seafood thing. Like with fish now with the mercury thing, if you eat bigger fish like shark and oh, what's that really good fish? It tastes like meat. Um, Swordfish. Um, you have to be careful because there's a lot of. I really only eat those fish like once a year. Even though I don't plan on having any kids, it's just I don't want to have any other issues. You know what I'm saying? Um, That's cool. I don't have a problem. Like, I'm pagan, but I don't have a problem with people telling me that um Jesus and their, other people like, Moses and Prophet Muhammad and stuff like that say, "Oh, they love you and stuff." It's just like when people force it down your throats. Like that happened to me in the military, and it's not fun. Um, you know what I'm saying, but you guys are cool. So like, but but I just because I used to be Catholic, and there's just so many things with Catholicism I don't agree with. Especially especially with what's going on right now, and you know what I'm saying. I don't want I because there's kids in this, so I'll keep it at that. With all the controversies, you'll probably see it on the news. With that, and that's one of the reasons. And they don't kick these people out. I'm like, if they're doing what they're doing, they should not be part of that religion. They and not and some of them get moved. Um, oh yeah, I'm on this. Are you talking about this one? Or are you talking about this one? Um, if it's this one, my dog might have bumped into that. So don't worry, there's no ghosts or anything. Yeah, my dog bumped into that one. Max, he's sleeping on the floor, so he stretches out and moves. The dog you saw before. Um, so oh, he left. Bye, Common Royal. Um, um, but yeah, there's just a lot of things I don't like personally agree with, and yeah. Yeah, there's no ghosts or anything. That'd be weird, but I wouldn't be freaked out. I'd be like, just something else. But a lot of issues that I take with Catholicism, and then I got into paganism, and it sounds wackadoodle. It sounds weird. Um, but one of the reasons I got into paganism is I actually had a dream that I was visited by the goddess Artemis, and it was like super realistic, and um, you know, it was like a dream, and I was like 13, and ever since then, like I was like a pagan. It sounds super weird. Like people are like, "What?" Yeah, I know it sounds wackadoodle. Believe me. Um, but ever since then, I mean, I don't. If people ever have questions about it, I always like answer them to the best of my. I don't do spells or anything like that. I'm not a Wiccan, because that's a totally different thing. I don't do spells or anything. I think I saw something and then it blacked out again about any rules that I follow. I with that with paganism, it's I just my rules are just be cool to one another. Don't be jerks. I think that would help a lot of people out. Like sometimes, sometimes I sometimes, we're all human, so we all fall to the wayside. Um, and sometimes we screw up. That's just the human experience. I screw up. I know I do some things that are like, looking on hindsight, that's not cool. But it keeps blanking out. Um, some okay. Here's my opinion on atheists. Here's my opinion on atheists. Some of them are just like where other religions where they're too over fanatical, if you know what I mean, where they try to force it like, oh my god, if you believe in a god or gods, because I've seen that too, you're stupid. And I'm like, there are a ton of people who are religious that are smart. Um, you know, a lot of technologies that we use, or anything, books. I mean, for God's sakes, Newton was like, I mean, he was kind of like cuckoo Christian, but a lot of these atheists do that, or they think they're so smart. Oh my god, like those atheists I can't stand. It's like, oh my god, we get it. But I don't think they're necessarily lazy. I just think some need proof. There's just some that are so scientific that they need proof that there is a God, or anything that you believe in, or gods or goddesses or anything. Just my personal, like, my thing is just like, this is my thing. I just do what I do. I I'm, I leave people alone. That's my thing. It's like, well, if they're not causing trouble, whatever, leave them alone. I wish that would be the mindset of everybody else, but unfortunately, it's not. Um, I don't think they're necessarily lazy. I just think that some of them just don't like their religion, or it doesn't fit into their lifestyle, which is totally cool. Um, yeah, I can see that. But if the Quran is your thing, that is your thing, and if it's not, it's not. It's just like any other book. The Torah, the Bible. What is I'm blanking, and that's really bad that I'm blanking on that one. Um, but some people, their faith, like, I seen it, like, their faith is that's their proof. Um, See, for me, whenever I'm asked that, um, yeah, I should do that. I'm responding to something else. Um, for me, whenever I see that question, it's like, my biological mom and dad created me, and you know how that happened. Since you're 14, I don't want to get in trouble. um, so that's just for me, and because I always hear, well, then something about, oh, if there's nothing, then there's nothing, and I'm like, well, there's nothing. Like, if I don't exist, I don't exist. If I exist, I exist. If that makes sense. Uh, but I'm glad that you totally understand, because sometimes people, like, not saying religious people. I don't want to put everybody in like a bubble, but sometimes it's like, why? And I'm like, I don't know why. That's just what I believe. I don't force people to believe in what I believe in, and I don't, vice versa. Um, but you're pretty cool for a 14-year-old, so, um, I mean, what is your whole, like, I'm interested in, what is your whole thought on the, like, creation and stuff? Like, do you believe in the scientific aspect of, like, the Big Bang theory, or do you think there's something else? Wait, who wrote? Somebody wrote me. Sorry, somebody else wrote me. I'm just answering. Like, I'm typing to them. You guys did give us a lot of math, which people tend to forget. You know, when you've seen it, all these idiot, ignorant people like bomb and blah blah blah. I'm like, did you forget every religion kind of had their idiots too? You know what I'm saying? Like people who hurt each other. Like every religion has had that, and there's a lot of people within religion that has given us a lot of scientific advancements. And I think you might like this series. I would check it out. It's called Horrible Histories. It's really good. I mean, it's kind of geared towards children, but I'm an adult and I watch it and it's really good. And they talk about, when especially with the Middle East, there's like better, especially during the Middle Ages when, Europe was going through the Dark Ages and Middle East was going through another, like their own renaissance. And you guys had like better medication, cleanliness, math, science, flight. There's a Unfortunately that guy broke both his legs. That was discussed. See me, I don't, I wonder if it was, see, with me for the Big Bang Theory, I don't know, because what trips me out. You've heard, and it's gonna sound weird. You've heard of the game Sims, right? So I wonder if this, and this has always been in the back of my mind. I wonder if this is like a giant simulation of The Sims. This, I know this sounds crazy, but I wonder if like somebody out there, and I don't know who, is playing like a big giant video game of with people and places and things, and just created a game or anything. I don't know. Um, Me, I don't like, because my dad always asked me that. Like, who do you think created Big Bang? I'm like, I don't know. We weren't there. It was billions and billions of years ago. It's like, it's kind of crazy to think about how long ago that was. I mean, humans have been on this planet for what? I mean, scientifically, counting like every 100,000, 200,000 years, and then compare that to 4 billion years or 10 billion years. I don't know. It's a tiny speck. We're in a tiny speck in a long timeline. you know. But personally, I don't know. Me, it would be cool to somehow find out how. Like if it was a what or a who. I don't know. So it's me. It's for me. It's not a. It's like, oh my god. I know some people like argue. See, that's religion. See, that's the only thing I will disagree on, is that's the religious years, is the whole 6,000, because Christians do that too. Oh my god. Oh god, if you ever watch our American football, and we got some of them guys, the crazy Christian football guys, where it's like 2,000 years or this and that, and I'm like, no, there's years to that. You know. Um, I have some controversial thoughts on the whole Adam and Eve thing, and I don't know if you want to hear that or not. I don't want to, because if you look at each different religion, right? Um, with the whole Adam and Eve thing, the years for that differ. I know it differs between Christians and Jews, like Jewish people and Muslims, and that differs, um, because and you will, and I know you're going to disagree with me. I do believe that we descended from, from apes and stuff. So, just a whole, evolution. I do believe in evolution. So, but because here's the thing is we have with the 6,000 year thing, because I don't want to, like, I don't want to disregard your beliefs, but with the 6,000 years thing, there's evidence for, stuff from 10,000 and 20,000 years ago, right? Like with the whole Bronze Age and stuff. So, and where did they come from? It's the whole argument of human existence. Because I'm curious about that too. Like, where did we come from, and where, I mean, they kind of know where, but then but at least we're not gonna do that whole, those alien shows on History Channel, or you heard of them, and they're like, we came from aliens, and I'm like, no, no, that is silly. Don't do that. But yeah, it blanked out on me again. It keeps, sometimes it'll blank out. Okay, I just got to the part Hitler is Christian. There's a debate on that, but I don't know too much. I mean, I do know some World War II history, but not too much to be like, oh yeah, I'm an expert. But there is a debate on that, because there are some certain Christians that'll be like, no, he was an atheist, and it's really weird. Um, um, yeah, but there's no really. And now I reached to the 6,800. Well, yeah, he's an idiot. Like anybody, just like any, like you've heard of the West. Sorry, let me get some water. You've heard of the Westboro Baptist Church, right? It's like those guys. Those guys really aren't like Christian. They're just idiots. Like anybody that, terrorizes people in the name of religion, I just put them in a whole group called idiots. So that's where they belong. Idiots. Like, I know, like, when religion is done right, um, people are peaceful, and they're not like, oh my God, I hate you because you're this and that. No, people actually, get together and talk about differences between theirs and stuff, and find relatable things that they agree with. Sometimes they don't agree with, but they get along, um, mm, not necessarily, because where I'm from, mine has like multiple gods and goddesses. That's mine. That's just my thing. But I do agree with everyone has their truth. If you follow your truth and you're peaceful and you're cool, then everything should be hunky dory. You always get those guys though that they always have to be right all the time, and that's just not fun. I think that's where a lot of world's problems come from. Is everybody has to be right, all the pride and right all the time. Um, but that's just my thing. I know that you believe differently. That you believe in one God. I have multiple, which is cool. Um, but I don't ever be like, I'm not one to say you're wrong, because everyone has their truth. Okay, you have fun with that. I'm probably have to do the same, because it is my time is almost 7. So thanks for chatting with me and having a really cool conversation with you. I might do another one of these again. So, bye.